Sunny afternoon. Lion mother taking a nap in the grass. Two babies are playing beside it. But at this moment, a male lion sneaked up. It wants to kill the cubs and take the lioness. Create your own dynasty. Tragedy inevitably happened. Although the mother lion resisted vigorously, she drove away the murderer. But it was still too late, a cub was bitten to pieces. It's gone in a few hours. The surviving orphans and widows live on this crisis-ridden grassland. More dangerous challenges are about to face. Can the mother and child survive? Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. This episode lets us go into wild Africa. Hear the story of a little lion. Moses was still not weaned by the time he was 5 months old. But relying on breast milk alone is no longer enough. Every few days, it needs to eat some meat. But now this lean season, prey is scarce. Mother lion Nita. It's been days without a kill. The mother and son are hungry and growling. After 2 months, the grass grows high enough. Migrating herbivores will fill the savannah. Until then, it'll be a predator's paradise. The question is whether the mother and son can survive this difficult time. The most fertile territory of this grassland, occupied by a huge pride of lions. In contrast, here is another scene. Even if there is a famine elsewhere, there's plenty of food here too. It is important to choose the right prey. Some animals are just too hard to get your hands on. Like this hippopotamus, going on a rampage like a tank. Almost no one on the grassland dares to provoke it. The turnhorn antelope is as big as a cow. Has a wide field of vision and high alertness. Once they are alarmed, other animals will also flee. Gazelles can escape at speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour. Even if lions go out in groups and hunt together, the success rate is only about 30%. So let alone a lonely lioness. Hunting takes a lot of energy. Cornita is almost exhausted from hunger. Finally found an impala, but not yet close. The prey ran away. Only Nita was left panting heavily. Son Moses is so energetic that he doesn't even bother to move. In this case, one prey becomes the first choice. Warthogs are small in size and slow in running. If you are not tall enough, you will not have a wide field of vision to find natural enemies. So they're a regular on the menu. Because of the high success rate, the Regis lions also like to hunt warthogs. Lions swarm after warthogs are brought down. In just a few minutes, it can be eaten without leaving a piece of armor. For Nita and her son, a warthog is all you need. Today is lucky day. Nita finds a sow warthog with 2 piglets. Silently lurks at attacking distance. It rushed out like an arrow from the string. A piglet has its throat bitten by it. This warthog is too small. Barely enough for it to eat. Nita finally decides to eat all the meat. Don't leave it to my son. If you can't eat enough, it cannot produce milk. Can't accumulate strength for the next hunt. Only by protecting yourself first can you protect your son. It seems selfish for Nita to do this. Actually a wise move. But it also hurt Mosa. It can only gnaw on the tree hangings before its mother comes back. Only after the mother comes back, it can drink a few sips of milk to pad its stomach. Life is like a whip that whips the back. This meal is not enough. They're going to work on the next meal. Abundant rainfall will visit this land every now and then. Compared with Nita and her son, the St. Regis lions are very leisurely every day. When an adult lion is resting, cubs are playing. It's not just games and fun. It is the best way to hone hunting skills. This must have survival courses taught with joy. Moja is missing all of them because he has no playmates. When Mama was out hunting, it must be kept hidden. But today, my mother allowed it to follow me. The grass has grown too high. Spotting prey must stand on a mound. Too few prey to choose from. The warthog became the king of lions. Everyone wants to eat them. Nita found a fat warthog this time. Then the life and death chase started, accompanied by the miserable cry of pigs. This big meal is safe. After a few minutes the prey dies. Moses stepped forward cautiously. Share dinner with Mom. Its claws are getting sharper. Maybe in the near future, we'll grow into a majestic lion. That's just something later, it's still weak. Any carnivore on the grassland could kill it. The mother and son haven't eaten a few bites yet. I heard the sharp cry of "Bow, devil neighbor." Hyenas are notorious bandit bullies of the grasslands. Gang members can reach up to 80. Even with the ability to hunt. Also want to plunder everywhere. Maybe the looted food tastes better. Relying on the number of dogs is powerful, they even took the initiative to challenge the lions. The lion was afraid of being cut out, so he could only sit on the ground and try his best to resist. Nita is well aware of the vicious methods of hyenas. Its heart panicked. Food is hard to come by, how willing is it to give up? But in this way, the lives of the children will be threatened. Before nightfall, it eventually left with its son. In the early morning of the next day, the morning glow tore apart the horizon. Hyenas still gnawing on the remaining bones. Mother Nita and her son hand over the food. Although humiliating, it can save lives. Here, every choice is a matter of life and death. And it's not just dogs they need to be wary of. Other prides if they find them. Treat them as intruders. The killer is bound to hurt, mercilessly. If found by a stray lion, little Mora is also doomed. Like its sibling, 1/4 cubs die in the mouth of lions on the grassland. For Moser, can he grow up alive? It's all about luck. The current situation of the mother and son is very precarious. They are not far from the territory of the St. Regis lions. The lioness in the lion pride is responsible for hunting and raising cubs. The Lion King is responsible for defending the territory, mating and multiplying. At least for now, they get along very well. If Nita and her son can be accepted by the pride, their lives will be turned upside down. It's a pity that Moser is not a descendant of Regis Lion King. Vulnerable if found. Regis lions roaring in unison. This is a declaration of territorial sovereignty. Showing strength, the roar is so loud. Can even warn lions miles away. When Nita and her son heard this, they were too frightened to move. They hide in the bushes, hoping not to be found by each other. As long as they can survive, they would rather suffer humiliation. After yesterday's food was snatched by the dog, Moser's stomach is already empty. It desperately wants its mother to capture prey. In fact, the lion's body structure is more suitable for hunting at night. Superior night vision to see in total darkness. Herbivores have significantly weaker night vision. This gave the lions a chance. Whether wildebeest or zebra, almost one-hit kill. But for Nita, it's safer to hunt during the day. Although the success rate will be much smaller. But you can avoid other fierce lions. Today it managed to kill a warthog again. This is good news for Moser. But the bad news is that it is still hiding in place, unable to eat. Nita tried her best to drag the prey back. But this warthog weighs at least 100 kilograms. It's so tired that it can't drag. There is only one way right now. Just put down the prey and go find your son. It's very risky. Dead bodies could be smelled 4 kilometers away. In this way, Nita abandoned her prey to the wilderness. Likely to lose this meal. It can't eat a bite by itself. For a few children, it is willing to live in everything. After an unknown amount of time, there was movement in the grass. Nita managed to bring her son here. Thankfully, there's no sign of any hyena infestation. Moser finally had a decent meal. The mother and son had a great time eating this meal. Until the stomach is full and round. After eating, the mother and son lie down on the ground and have a good sleep. Don't care about anything, don't bother about anything. Until woken up by the birdsong the next day. Sunny, breezy. Moser with a full stomach is in high spirits. It wants to play hide and seek with King Mongol. But people don't want to deal with it at all. Then play with mother's tail. At least it's a good chance to hone your skills. The past 2 days, mother and son, Nita, have had a good time. But the lion group not far away has encountered a crisis. The buffalo and the lion are sworn enemies. Lone buffalo are most likely to be attacked by lions. Once thrown down, or locked, buffalo are basically doomed. But there is no big leader in the buffalo herd. Even if it is besieged by lions, it can calmly fight back. The body weighing nearly 1 ton has a powerful force. If you accidentally get kicked, you may die. Encountering such a powerful big man, the lions can only act. Buffalo weren't always victims, however. They sometimes turn back and turn into perpetrators. If you meet a lion cub, buffalo herds will also launch violent attacks. Even with the presence of a lioness, it is difficult to parry. Sharp horn stabbing, hooves stomping. Young Huey, a lion, was hit hard and found it difficult to survive. So every time Nita goes out hunting, Moser will hide it obediently. The next few days, both mother and son can enjoy a pork feast now and then. In order to hunt warthogs, Nita even took notes. The location of every pig's nest on my own small land. Keeping the nest and waiting for the pigs will bring you good luck in the end. This time it was a giant male warthog. If you are stabbed by its deadly teeth, you will definitely be ripped apart. Good thing Nita has enough experience to deal with it. Wait for it to sneak into attack range. By the time the warthog senses danger, it's too late. If you use the hard front of the teeth, there may be a chance. Once you turn around and run away, you expose your back to natural enemies. After the success, Nita needs to protect the fruits of victory. This warthog is almost as big as it is. It struggles to drag its prey to the hidden island. It's surrounded by ditches, like a natural moat. Can keep out hyena gangs who take advantage of the fire. Moser is hiding here. The hiding place Mom found for him is absolutely perfect. After this big meal, Mom finally had a chance to relax. This is a rare family time. It seems that there are only mother and child left in the grassland of Nuoda. Mo hugged her mother and felt extremely happy. But the next day, the gang of robbers still came. They snatched the uneaten pork. There is also a strange screaming sound from the mouth. Not far behind, vultures are also waiting for leftovers. It didn't take long before the adult male lion got wind of it. Nita quickly evacuated here with her son. They returned to the open grasslands. Without concealment, Mojar's safety will be threatened. Nita must find a hiding place for it as soon as possible. It is infinitely close to the territory of the St. Regis lions. Luckily the lions are hunting and have no time to care. Famine is like a difficult rascal. Found Nita mother and son again. As long as you're alive, eating is the top priority. Besides, Moser grows bigger and bigger. The demand for food is also increasing day by day. The weight on Nita's shoulders got heavier. But as long as there is hope, there will be a dawn of victory. To stay out of danger, Nita moved far away with her son. Here is a big tree. Standing on it, you can jump to look into the distance and scout prey. Mojar also wanted to climb up to find out. Not long after, Nita found a gazelle. It is one of the fastest running antelopes on the grasslands. It's hard to catch it even if it's hunted by a pride of lions. Since getting Moser, Nita has been seeking easy and difficult. For half a year, it has almost forgotten the taste of mutton. Today it decided to give it a try. Fortunately, it worked. This is the first time in months that the mother and son have changed tastes. Mojar's belly is round and round. This meal came just in time, helping mother and son through the last difficult days. Soon, the Serengeti, an extremely spectacular animal migration, will usher in. The grass grows and the warbler flies, full of vitality, summoning an army of millions of animals. They go on, cross the river of death overgrown with crocodiles, come to the home of the lions. High, short, fat, thin, various tastes, you can choose. For Nita and other lions, hunger is a distant memory. Today's food is so plentiful that there is no need for competition. Moser successfully survived the most difficult years in his life. It's all thanks to Mom's alertness and intelligence. Forbearance and submission, determination and strength. Nita tried her best to protect her son's growth. 4 years later, on the wild and magnificent grassland, a new generation is about to be born. Mighty Lion.